Hi, I'm Stu. I'm a backpacker from England. I am currently in Northern Queensland, and if you've been following me, you know I've been here for a couple of weeks and I have been to some amazing places all around the state. But today, Will, who I'm staying with, has said that he's going to take me on a random trip to see various stuff, and he's not told me anything about what I'm going to be seeing, so it's all a bit of a surprise for me. And we're here at the first place, and it is Curtin Fig National Park. So let's go in. So we've just come from the car park, and look at that. I guess that is the fig tree. That is amazing. So this walkway takes you all the way around this tree. I mean, that is big. That is impressive.
Yeah, so there's a board round explaining you how it does it, how it's formed.
Alright, let's go and find it. Got a little sign to show you how the curtain fig was created. And there you can just see the original tree. That is amazing. So basically the car park's just there, and it's just one big loop that takes you around the fig tree. But it's still impressive. Plenty of tourists around here.
Amazing vine. It has no...
Lots of tourist guides as well. Wow. So back out at the entrance, and there is a bit of information about the fig tree, and it just basically tells you stuff. Fig wasps are used to pollinate the tree, and then you've got all the different types of animals that you can get in the tree itself and the surrounding area. But for first place of my surprise day, that was quite impressive. We're now going to go back to the car and see what other surprises I've got. The sun is shining. It is a beautiful day. Shorts and t-shirt weather. It's not too hot. Let's get in the car and go to the second place. Oh, we are now in our second place. Now, I was actually here last week, and this is the Yungaburra Platypus Viewing Centre. Unfortunately, when I came here last time, I saw no platypuses at all. But Will has told me that he knows where to go and see them. And the platypus is something I've been wanting to see for the last few weeks. And I've spent a lot of time by the edge of a creek trying to find one. But it's not the exact touristy place that is over there. This is a track that's going to take you down, and fingers crossed we'll see a platypus.
closed it off.
Oh. So that would have been the way
Yeah.
we would have gone. Oh. That's another day without seeing a platypus, but I saw a bit more of the area down there to see where they would live. And it's a shame that the path that we should have gone down is closed off. Maybe we could have seen some, but I've still got another week before I see any before I leave. We have now come to Yungaburra, which is just outside from where the platypus platform was. And if you've been watching me, you'll know that I came here a couple of weeks ago for the biggest market in Northern Queensland, and this place was so busy, so crazy. But today it's just nice and quiet, which means I can actually have a walk around and see more of the town without bustling people. We've just been in the tourist information centre, just trying to find a bit more about Yungaburra, and it is an old timber town from the years gone by. It's got a population of about 2,000 people, which is bigger than what I thought. But then I'm just seeing this, and it's a drinking fountain, centenary from 1890. So it is quite old, and a lot of the original buildings I like it. This is the centre of Yungaburra, and there is a lot of history around here. It's got an old railway heritage. And this is probably the central park. We've got children's park over there. You've got a little barbecue area over there. But we're about to just get back into the car because Will's going to take me to somewhere new that I have no idea where we're going to. Oh, a big surprise. So we've come up the road from Yungaburra and we're now at Lake Tinaroo, which is about 5 mile drive. But Will's taking us to this place here, which is the Avenue of Honour for the guys who have died. Is this for Afghanistan? The military who've died in Afghanistan, and it is actually quite impressive. So the avenue is all this, and they've got plaques all the way down, so I'm gonna have a wander down and see some of them. But as I said, it's just on the lake. Oh wow. I am ex-military. I served in the British Army for 26 years. So when I get a place like this, it's quite special. And it's quite nice, amazing to see something like this for the Australian Army in a small town. And it is, as I've said, quite big. Just an avenue of memorial. Something I don't think you would get back in the UK. This is the other end. I class it as the start, I would guess, for the Avenue of Honour. The guys who died in Afghanistan from Australia. And there is a little bit of history here about why they started it. And it's basically a guy who died in Afghanistan came from here, and his parents decided that they wanted to honour him and the guys who died in Afghanistan. And it's just beautiful. I'm actually getting quite emotional. Just stunning. When they opened this Avenue of Honour, it was attended by the Chief of Defence, the Prime Minister and the opposition leader of Australia, and 5,000 people, which shows you how important it was, and it probably still is important to a lot of people. So behind me is the Avenue of Honour, and then in front of me is Tinaroo Lake. That is quite big. I did see a map just round the corner, so I'll just go grab that. But it just keeps going on that way. So you got plenty of people with boats around here that come out. It's safe for swimming. Not too sure if you can go fishing. But Will's bought his dog, and he's quite happy going swimming in it. How cute. So I found a map, just give you an idea how big the place is. So there's Yungaburra, and the lake goes on and on and on and on. So it's quite big. But now Will's going to be taking me to another place. Who knows where we're going. We've now arrived in our next place, and it's Lake Eacham Lake National Park. So I'm assuming it's a lake, it's a crater, and there's just lots of water. I should be a detective, but I'm going to have a wander down. Oh, you can just see it through the trees. Welcome to Lake Eacham. Cassowaries. Oh, that's what we see, one of them. Look at the colour of that water. Right, there's trees all the way around, so I'm going to try and find somewhere that we can see the whole lake. But this is an extinct volcano, I've been told.
How about it?
Just see a turtle, and then another one just down there. So around the lake round there, just a walk that takes you around the whole lake. But I'm not too sure how far it is. Oh, 3k. But we've done enough walking so far today, so might do a little bit and then turn back. We have been walking for about 15 minutes. You can hardly see the lake, so I'm going to turn back and go back to where we started from. So we're back to where we started and right at the water's edge. How beautiful is this? There are signs around the lake saying that there is freshwater crocodiles in this lake, but I have been assured that they're not vicious. Still beautiful. We're leaving now, and Lake Eacham is, oh, that's beautiful. You can see all the way down to the bottom of the lake. Clear water, a lot of wildlife around here. We've seen lizards, but not been quick enough to grab any pictures. Definitely recommended coming here. But it's time to go to the next place, see what Will is going to be surprising me next. And this is the next stop, and unfortunately we've come back to Will's home because we have been out longer than what we thought, and he had to come back for his dogs. But it was still a good day, full of stuff that I was not expecting, and I only have a few days left before I leave Queensland and I leave Australia. Hopefully we'll get a chance to go out again, maybe on another magical mystery tour. But in the meantime, if you like this video, you just got to press that like button. If you want to subscribe and see what adventures I've got in the future, press that subscribe button. But until now, it's bye bye for now.